my dear Pisces. Thank you so much for joining me as we take a look at what is going on in 2020. So, Pisces, everybody kind of wants to, baby around the Pisces a little bit and think that, they're just laid back and, they're the empaths and they're the compassionate ones. But watch out because this year, Capricorn, we have this huge stellium lining up in January. We've got Saturn, Pluto, and Venus, or Jupiter, I'm sorry. We have Venus there now. So whatever ideas you're getting at the end of December, be thinking about because it's all going to move into your 11th house. Now, 11th house is your dreams, your wishes, the internet, the tribes out there, opportunity to be getting out and about, to reconnecting, and to make money. Pisces is the one sign that doesn't always care that much about money. I mean, we wish we didn't have to deal with it, don't we? But we do. And so, it's stressful when you have to live on this earth and you're struggling financially. And so this is an opportunity now for all of this to finally come together. Now, Pisces, you have all these ideas. You've poured your heart and soul into your creative pursuits the last 7 years. You've been there. You've tried to capture every moment. And, there's that side of us, there's that side of you that can easily get discouraged or say, forget it, or just go do something different because you're able to shapeshift. But it's super important right now that the dreams that you've been working on, the products, the healing services, what you have to offer has to get out there now. And Capricorn in your 11th house is going to structure it and give you an opportunity to finally be able to make money so that you can do more good. Looking at money as an energetic exchange. The universe loves nothing more than somebody who has that heart that understands money is just an energetic exchange to do good. And so hopefully we can say with all of this Neptune energy that's been fueling your chart, it's time that there can be some stability. Neptune's kind of funny because it's elusive. So, you could get an abundance and then the next minute, you're trying to grab for it and it's an illusion, and it's gone. And so it can be a life that feels like you never can control anything. And a lot of times Pisces won't even wear a watch because their energy is so high that they break it, just by being on their wrist because you operate from a completely different place. You operate from a spiritual place, from a place that's in another dimension. And so it's hard sometimes to, especially with Neptune and Pisces fueling you, you see what's going on up here. You live in this plane and then you got to come back down here and you got to operate down here. And, there has been a lot of anxiety. There has been a lot of mental health issues for Pisces because Pisces rules the 12th house, which is our mind, which is our mental health. With Neptune there, it's made a very bipolar effect. Every time Neptune goes direct and then goes retrograde, especially for Pisces and the water signs, it's like we've been on this roller coaster. We've been on it. And I think now, though, with Capricorn in our 11th house, which is reaching out to others, we have a message now. We have a message. We're advocates now. We're advocates for mental health. We're advocates for animals. We're advocates for horses. We're advocates for our water and our earth and all of those things. Pisces are coming up as the healers of the universe, and that we are. And I use the word we because I have a moon in Pisces and a rising in Pisces, and so I really identify with this energy. The other thing is the North Node is going to be in Gemini. It's an 18-month cycle in the 4th house for Pisces. That's our home. So all of a sudden, we've been isolated. We don't want to deal with anyone. Everybody gives us anxiety, right? Hypersensitivity, mean people out there, just want to be happy in our own little sanctuaries. It's been a rough time. And with the North Node moving into Gemini, we're getting the feeling that we need to get out now in our communities and get into some groups and maybe have some things at our house and invite some people over that are like-minded. Or maybe go to other people's. I just went to a full moon meditation with a whole tribe of people that are totally on my level, that are in my community, and I wouldn't have wanted to even do that. And it was on the moon in Gemini. So it was in a home, and it was beautiful. It was like, these are my people. So it's finding our people this year. It's finding our people. Again, there's a draw to things such as emotional health, mental health, again, the deeper understanding of healing these things. We have that intuition and that insight. So any of those fields we could be working in or pursuing a career in. It's knowing what's calling you. What is really just, you can't get out of your system no matter what. You can't let it go. That's it. It's time to really believe in it. We've had a taste of it all along. We keep getting that carrot right in front of us and taking that little bite, and then we get frustrated. With this Capricorn energy here, I noticed even for myself, the times that I'd want to just have a baby fit and give up. It's like, nope, get back on the train. Come on, go back to work. Don't even think about it. Detach emotionally. And that's kind of good for Pisces. Sometimes Pisces needs to detach emotionally from others and not take on everybody's stories and everybody's trauma and everybody's life issues. And pretty soon it's like we lose ourselves. We don't know who we are at all. And the second house being in Aries, there's a healing there. There's a healing for our childhood, for our identity. Our identities, Pisces identities, are often lost in childhood within families that dominate them. And because they care so much about everyone, they just become everything. They become whatever the problem is and keep going in life until they get down the road and suddenly don't know who they are. And it just feels like a complete disassociation with our identities. So the second house there is bringing us back, the second house is bringing Pisces back to your childhood dreams, the things you loved as a child, the things you were passionate about, and the things you didn't let anybody take from you. You got to take your stand again. We have to take our place, and we have to know that, we have some strong energy underneath all of this. The 10th house being in Sagittarius, Mars will be there in January. For Mars and Sagittarius will light up your 10th house. That's your career. That's your message. That's preaching it. That's sharing it. That's getting it out into the world. And, that's being everywhere you want to be, anything you want to do, dreaming big. Let's see, Uranus is in Taurus in the third house, so that's a 7-year transit. So our third house is still kind of erratic. We've had family issues, sibling issues. Siblings have come in, and maybe long-lost siblings we've never met. We're meeting for the first time. Maybe siblings that we've had problems with. There's estrangement. And so Taurus, this Uranus energy kind of just shakes everything up, and you don't know which way you're going. So it's important that we don't go down the bunny trail, go down that trail where we're so saturated in trying to fix it and trying to have it be this, what it's supposed to be, this traditional image and idealism that we have, because that's just not working anymore. And I think as we move ahead, we're having to learn that using our intuition is really important, accepting the sensitivity that protects us. A lot of times Pisces will be such a strong empath, and it's hard for them to handle a lot of energy. Well, you know what? That's because we're not supposed to be saturated like that. We can move out of that spot like a little fish and go restore ourselves, you know, and then come back in and just using, that's the defense mechanism, the ability to disappear and reappear and come in and out, and don't get your feet too stuck on the ground, you know. So there's a lot that's happening. Mars will be in Aquarius this year, and in May, June, right in there, and that's the 12th house. So there's the 12th house, and I really believe Pisces are being called, a lot of us Pisces, again, I say I have a moon there, are being called to the mental health as an advocate. I know that I am. Pisces often understands extreme panic attacks, bipolar, mood disorders. You know, it's just some of the things that intense emotional energy, that water energy, has to deal with. And because it's the two fish, one goes up and one goes down. There's a constant, you know, up and down type of thing going on. But when Pisces see into the other world and see the dream and see the vision, there's nothing like it. And we can make that happen here on Earth. We have the ability to really manifest things. The hardest part for Pisces is really hanging in there and doing all the dirty work, you know, all the hole digging and stuff you got to do to make your dream come true, because they see it finished, and it's hard to be patient. Some things take a long time to develop. It could even be 7 years it takes, but Pisces sees into the future. So when that happens, you have to go back to square one and begin the process, and just enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey, Pisces, and just be who you are. Say no when you want to say no. Say yes when you want to say yes. You don't have to please anybody anymore. You get to just be. You just get to be that beautiful spiritual being. And Neptune is constantly transforming the Pisces into this beautiful, magical being. Okay? So thank you so much, and thank you for all of you who hung in there for all 12 signs. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or anything like that, please email me, or you can comment below. I love to hear, you know, if you gained any insight or anything. These videos do take a long time. I was looking at the first one I did. I look a lot better than I do in this afternoon. I haven't stopped all day, so... But I wanted to keep the energy flowing because I thought there was some great messages coming in from 2020. It's going to be an intense year. I'm not trying to, you know, fluff around it. We all have to be ready. But I think that if we can, you know, pay attention and focus on the good and focus on the opportunities and be there, be at the right place at the right time, you know, we can move right through this year. And we can be the ones that make it to the other side, to the end of the year strong. All right, so thank you, everyone. And 2020, here we come.